Okay, the first thing we'd like to do today is to establish the date and time. It's important. So we'll pop over to the Wall Street Journal, and depending upon the speed of the internet connection and of the journal servers, we'll see how quickly we get connected, and that's pretty quick. Okay, so it is Tuesday, February 19th, 2013, and it is 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Exactly what we wanted to see. What we're going to do now is we're going to pop over into a chart and look at a live trade example. All right, here we are in our Euro US dollar chart, and it's a daily chart. And what I've done is I've drawn a couple of horizontal lines at just a couple of standard levels here, 1.33 on the bottom end and 1.34 on the top end. Okay, so we've started into another session here, and we're going to have a very basic rule. You can call this a price action based rule if you would like, but the exercise is simply to look at a trade that is live in real time using the Euro US dollar daily chart. We'll get an opportunity to explore some of the many aspects of Forex trading by using a live example. Sort of, well, just call it, we're learning by doing, essentially. Okay, so here we are at this particular level, and what we want to do is we want to get into a trade either long or short. And what we'll do is we will enter a trade and we will go long based upon this line. Okay, so when the market closes above this line, and I mean closes, not just penetrates or goes a few pips above the line, but closes above this line, then we will buy the next open. So for example, if this particular bar, daily bar here, if this close had been above here, we would be long on that very next bar, but it's not. Okay, so we just want the close to make it simpler. Okay, so conversely, when the market closes below this particular line, we want to be short. Okay, so bar comes down, market comes down, prices come down, we get a close this level, then we would sell the open of the very next bar. Okay, hope that's making sense. So here we've been open for several minutes. That's why that bar is so short. And again, we'll have to see what happens. If it goes through here, up here, and closes above there, then the very next bar we're going to be long. Okay, so this is our first live trade example. And again, the objective is to learn by doing, and we can get into different types of terminology as we go along and learn by doing. But we're going to enter into a trade. Now, we're doing something that's very important in trading, and that is we've started off with a simple set of rules, and these set of rules are obviously and intentionally oversimplified for the purposes of illustration. Okay, I don't want you to think this is an end-all be-all rule set by any stretch of the imagination. I saw where the market was. I saw a couple of opportunities that could come up but would not necessarily happen immediately, and I chose these particular levels to start a trade because I wanted something to happen relatively soon. Okay, these bars could have been a lot further apart in different price areas, and that would have made a difference. But again, we wanted to get involved relatively soon. We don't anticipate that the market's going to bounce in between these lines without closing outside of them indefinitely. Okay, so the market essentially does three things, and you already know this. You've heard it a million times, and I drum it into my head all the time as well because it is a market fact. You won't hear many of those. You don't hear many market facts. You hear lots of conjecture, lots of could-be's, lots of forecasts, lots of predictions. But the three simple things a market does is it goes up, it goes down, or it goes sideways. Okay, so we are looking for the market to move itself from this sideways type of action and go up or down, and we will see if there is an opportunity for profit as it does so. So what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll look for a close one way or the other, above or below these two lines that we've set up, and look forward to being entered into our live trade in our real-time live trading example. Until then, until the next part, that's it for now.